how these new Trump tariffs impact their lives. So we'll come to the impact on Indian exporters next, but just from the perspective of the viewer for India today, what Trump has done, how does it change my life now?
Well, yes, like sitting in India, we sell a lot of goods to the US, and now, we will be charged extra tax on that, which is higher than what we were charged before. And somebody will have to bear that pain. It can either be the Indian producer of that good, or it can be the American consumer of that good, or it can be a mix of the two. Our general sense is that the impact on India from this, at least in the current year, the FY26, the fiscal year that has just started, will basically mean lower GDP growth than would have been the case if Trump had not increased these tariffs. If you do a very simple calculation, my estimates are that India's GDP growth could be about zero point 0.5 percentage points lower than they could have been. So, for example, I was expecting growth to be 6.5%, but it could be 6% now, or maybe slightly lower. So there's going to be a growth drag on the back of all of this. Of course, we can turn around and say that, look, there's a growth drag, but we can take care of it. We can do other things to boost growth. For example, the RBI, the central bank, has been cutting rates, and that's great for growth. So we will counter this. But the truth is that the direct impact, this 0.5 percentage points that I spoke about, is not the only drag. There's also an indirect drag, which we have to be very careful about, which is happening because it's likely that with all of these tariffs, because there have been tariffs across a huge number of countries, global growth volumes will slow. Generally speaking, global capex will slow, global growth will slow, and there'll be this big indirect impact as well. So one way or the other, my sense is that GDP growth in India is going to be lower in FY26, much more than we had thought just, say, day before yesterday.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.